The moment a narcissist knows you're done is when the real danger begins. But that danger can also be your awakening. Welcome to Healing Mind, where we explore the hidden tactics of narcissists and teach you how to reclaim your power and peace. If you're ready to strengthen your mind and protect your energy, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Most people think that the moment they stop fighting and finally walk away is when the abuse ends. But psychology shows a disturbing reality. The moment a narcissist realizes you're done is often when the real danger begins. You might wonder why. Just as you find the courage to choose yourself, everything becomes far more intense than any argument before. Why does your quietness trigger a reaction that seems designed to destroy your peace, making you question your own sanity? There's an invisible final move they save for this exact moment, a psychological trap meant not to win you back, but to make you doubt your own reality. Human interactions are more than words or actions. They are exchanges of psychic energy. When people connect, an unconscious link forms between them. In a healthy relationship, this energy moves back and forth, nourishing both. But in a narcissistic relationship, the flow is one way. The narcissist, cut off from their own inner strength, survives by draining the energy of those around them. Once you detach internally, that flow stops. You might still be cooking dinner or sitting next to them, but psychologically, a famine begins. This triggers a primal panic, not the panic of losing a loved one, but like a drowning person losing air. During this phase, the narcissist becomes hyper-aware. You might notice them watching you intensely, looking for signs of annoyance, fear, or adoration that prove they exist in your world. When they find nothing, the room's energy changes. It becomes heavy, almost electric, even if you're just sitting across from them quietly, thinking about a life that no longer needs their approval. You haven't argued, yet the atmosphere is tense. They may casually ask, "What are you thinking about?" But it feels like an interrogation. When you calmly reply, "Nothing much," they feel the truth of your indifference. A narcissist can't see themselves directly. They only see their reflection in your reactions. If you are angry, they feel powerful. If sad, they feel important. If indifferent, they feel invisible. This existential fear drives the next stage of their behavior. They must provoke any reaction to confirm they still exist. The silence you maintain is unnerving. It is not peace, but the quiet before a predator pounces. They test your boundaries, starting small with backhanded compliments or subtle violations. They hope for your anger because it reassures them they are still the center of your world. Your calm exposes the void they've avoided their whole life. When passive feeding ends, the narcissist becomes desperate. They can no longer absorb your energy naturally. They try to extract it by force. To defend yourself in these invisible psychological battles, subscribe to the Zero Mind channel. We explore the human shadow and teach conscious defense. In the next part, you'll see why the person you once loved doesn't just change. They violently invert into someone resembling your worst nightmare. Psychological principles explain this. Extreme behavior eventually swings to the opposite to restore balance. The charm of the narcissist, the period where they mirrored your soul and promised you the world, was never sustainable. It was an extreme, a performance of light that cast a deep shadow. Once you withdraw your energy, the pendulum swings suddenly to the other side. The person who once placed you on a pedestal now looks at you with a chilling mix of disgust and hatred. This shift is confusing because it seems to happen without cause. You haven't done anything wrong, you've just stopped playing the game. But in their mind, your refusal to be a source of supply is ultimate betrayal. This mechanism is called splitting. The narcissist cannot hold a balanced view of others. You are either the savior who validates their false self or the demon who threatens it. There is no middle ground. The moment you stop being the savior, you must become the demon. They villainize you to justify the internal chaos your withdrawal is causing. If you are good and leaving, they must be bad. Their ego cannot accept that. They rewrite the story instantly. You are the abuser, the cold one, the narcissist. This reversal creeps into daily life. You could be getting ready for work, wearing something they once praised, expecting a compliment. Instead, they glare, targeting your insecurities with precision. It's not about the clothes, it's a probe. They search for a reaction. aiming to provoke the emotional response they are starving for. If they cannot get your love, they try to take your pain. Pain is still attention. It is also a projection of their self-loathing. They feel empty, worthless, and fraudulent. Seeing you gaining strength sparks envy. They want to ruin your progress and drag you back into the mud. The transition from idealization to devaluation is total. Memories you shared that were once sacred are twisted into proof of your selfishness or incompetence. They will deny saying things you know they said, or claim you did things you never did. This gaslighting becomes aggressive, aimed at domination, not confusion. It is painful because you may cling to the memory of the good version of them. That warm, loving persona was only a mask. What you see now, the cold, vindictive person, is closer to their undeveloped self. The mask has not just fallen, it has been destroyed by their rage. If you've ever looked into a partner's eyes and seen a sudden, terrifying shift from warmth to coldness, you did not imagine it. Comment the word shift below if you've seen behind the mask. In the next part, you'll learn how a narcissist takes this private war into the public, turning friends and colleagues into unknowing soldiers against you. When they realize they can't control your mind, they attack your reputation. The narcissist instinctively understands the collective shadow, groups of people swept into shared darkness. They know that isolating you weakens you. By painting you as unstable, your truth sounds like madness. This is the campaign of whispers. It often begins before you know the relationship is over. They plant doubt in the minds of friends, family, and co-workers. They start subtly, not with lies, but with fake concern. "I'm worried about her," they might say, shaking their head with sorrow. "She's acting so erratic. I think she's having a breakdown." This positions them as the caring victim and you as the problem. By the time you reach out for support, the well is already poisoned. Your anger, your tears, your completely justified reactions to abuse are all seen through the lens the narcissist has already built. "See, there they go. I was right. They are unstable." The isolation is not accidental, it's the goal. The narcissist fears being exposed more than anything. They know you have seen their true self. To stop you from sharing what you know, they must discredit you. They recruit unwitting allies, people manipulated to do the narcissist's bidding. These helpers often think they are doing the right thing, but they are taking part in a psychological attack. You feel this shift immediately at work or family gatherings, where the air suddenly becomes tense. You haven't done anything wrong, yet conversations stop, eyes turn away, and you feel like an outsider. This is the collective shadow in action. The narcissist projects their toxicity onto you, and the group unknowingly carries it. This triangulation unsettles your reality. When everyone seems to agree with their version of events, you begin doubting yourself. Am I the crazy one? Did I remember it wrong? This self-doubt is the narcissist's strongest weapon. If they make you mistrust your own perception, they don't even need to be present to control you. Your own mind becomes the prison while they feed on the chaos. They thrive on the drama, the arguments, the phone calls, and the interventions. It gives them a false sense of importance, making them feel like the conductor of a chaotic orchestra. Watching you struggle against accusations fills the void left by your withdrawal. It's tactical, not personal. They are building a fortress to hide their own shame. They know that if people look closely at them, they would see emptiness inside. So they destroy your reputation to distract from their inner darkness. The next phase is even more dangerous. The moment they stop fighting and start weeping, using your compassion against you. As you brace for continued attacks, the wind suddenly shifts. The rage vanishes, replaced by a fragile vulnerability. Threats stop, replaced by silence or soft apologetic murmurs. This false surrender is more dangerous than their anger. When a predator shows teeth, your instinct tells you to run. But when it shows weakness, your nurturing instinct tells you to stay. They know your emotional patterns and where your savior instincts lie. You can withstand cruelty because you've built a fortress of logic, but seeing the person you loved in apparent pain bypasses your defenses and strikes at your empathy. They present themselves as broken, helpless, or in need of guidance, often when you're ready to leave. Perhaps you've packed your bags or stopped communicating. Suddenly they appear not as the abuser, but as a vulnerable figure. They may cry real-looking tears, but these are not for your suffering. They are for losing control. They may admit to past mistakes or promise change. I'm broken. I need help. Don't give up on me now. Your empathy and hope kick in. The armor you built starts to dissolve. You think, maybe this is the breakthrough. Maybe they can change. This is the trap of potential. Their false surrender is carefully designed to exploit your hope. True change takes years of deep, personal work. What you are seeing is not transformation. It's a tactical retreat. Like a feigned withdrawal in battle, it lures you to lower your defenses. Once inside, they don't heal, they observe. They test the weaknesses of your boundaries and study your confidence to know how to break it next time. They may appear at your door desperate, disheveled, or exhausted, pouring out stories of fear or emptiness. They place their life in your hands, saying, "You are the only one who understands me." It is intoxicating, but it is a trap. They want you to carry them, not help them heal. If you fall into this, if you comfort them or forgive, the cycle accelerates. The moment you offer support, their vulnerability hardens back into arrogance. Promises are forgotten and the abuse returns, often worse. They learn your boundaries are flexible, your no is negotiable, and your empathy is a leash. They manipulate your inability to abandon someone in pain, using emotional blackmail. If you leave, I might hurt myself. I have nothing without you. This is emotional control disguised as despair. Walking away without rescuing them is the ultimate act of self-love. Refusing to save them forces them to face the consequences of their actions, the only place genuine growth can occur. But the moment you reject their false plea and say, "I wish you healing, but I cannot be the one to fix you," the mask disappears. The vulnerable child vanishes, replaced by the predator. Their rage returns at the failure of their last trick. In the next part, you'll see the core of the narcissist's dark manipulation, the psychological maneuver designed to make you become the monster you're trying to escape. We have reached the center of the psychological battle, the 0 point where the narcissist attempts their most advanced and destructive move, the final manipulative tactic known as projective identification. This is the moment the title of this discussion refers to, the dirtiest final move. In psychology, this is known as projective identification. It sounds academic, but the experience is real, terrifying, and often soul-shattering. It is more advanced than simple projection. Understanding the difference can mean the gap between being trapped or walking free. Simple projection is when a person blames you for what is really theirs. They cheat, so they accuse you of cheating. They are full of anger, so they ask why you are so hostile. It is confusing but external. You can observe it and remain intact. Projective identification, however, is active and invasive. The narcissist does not just say, "You are the angry one." They make you feel and act angry. They invade your mind with precision, aiming for a psychological swap. They carry chaos, shame, self-hatred, and rage inside them, and they need a vessel to hold it. You become that vessel. They push boundaries subtly, deny things you both saw, whisper insults in public, and drip their provocations slowly to erode your control. Your body reacts first. Chest tightens, hands tremble, mind fogs. This is not your emotion, it is theirs. As the pressure builds, the narcissist stays calm, the eye of the storm, while dismantling your emotional stability. They prod at your deepest vulnerabilities, the ones you once shared in trust. Eventually, your body reacts. Adrenaline spikes, reasoning fades, and you lose control. You scream, break objects, or sob uncontrollably. You act out of character. To outsiders, it looks like you are the abuser. In that moment, the narcissist transforms. A look of satisfaction appears. They have transferred their shadow into you. They might record, show witnesses, or claim, "See, I told you they were unstable." You have temporarily carried their shame and rage. You feel guilt, shame, and self-doubt, emotions that belong to them. This is psychological manipulation at its peak. You start replaying events in your mind, scrutinizing only your reactions, while their provocation fades from memory. You become the scapegoat for the relationship, but understanding this tactic protects you. Your reaction was a survival response, not a flaw. It was inevitable given the manipulation. Recognizing it as foreign to your mind breaks the spell. The narcissist relies on your identification with their projection. refuse to take the bait, and the transfer fails. When the projective identification fails, the narcissist is forced to face their own chaos. They have no vessel to carry it, no mirror to reflect their false self, and their internal walls begin to collapse. This triggers a frantic, destructive phase. They may threaten finances, children, jobs, or release private information. They might act recklessly or dangerously. To an outsider, it seems like the world is ending, but psychologically, it is the death throes of control. True power does not need to threaten. Their rage, noise, and destruction reveal their powerlessness. You have seen behind the mask, and that is why they are desperate to destroy you. They need to erase the witness, you. You are evidence of their lies, insecurities, and failures. If you appear stable and happy, it disproves their false narrative. This drives them to use every weapon, including a new partner in a revenge relationship. Photos, outings, and social media posts are carefully performed to provoke jealousy and pain. But it is a panic, not love. They mirror the new person to quickly replace the lost supply of validation and attention. The performance is aimed only at you. If you remain indifferent, the act loses its power. Behind the scenes, when the audience is gone, the narcissist faces a terrifying void without your energy to regulate them. Without your attention, their internal chaos often worsens. They may spiral into severe depression, paranoia, or obsession over the loss of control. They are confronted with the very emptiness they have spent a lifetime avoiding. Every manipulative move, every staged drama, every false display of happiness is an attempt to mask this internal void. Your stability and detachment reveal the fragility of their false self. Understanding this gives you power. You are no longer a participant in their manipulation. You are the observer, the witness, and the one who remains untouched by the storm they try to create around you. The deep-seated fear of being worthless without you becomes obvious in their final acts. The rage you see is a reflection of the terror inside them. They are disintegrating. Often, the legal and financial attacks are the most frightening. They drag out divorce proceedings, hide assets, or make false claims of abuse. These actions force you to engage with them, keeping a tether alive. They would rather be your enemy in a bitter battle than a stranger you never think about. The danger is real and requires practical safety measures, legal counsel, and strong documentation. But emotional panic is unnecessary. This is a desperate performance. The fire burns hottest just before it dies out. By refusing to engage emotionally, by staying calm, you let them exhaust themselves. Their energy is finite. Without your reaction, the fire cannot sustain itself. Eventually, the lawsuits settle, the threats lose power, and the manic energy fades. The extinction burst fails. If you remain a gray rock, they either collapse into depression or pivot to a new source of supply, rewriting history to erase you. They abandon the war not because they found peace, but because they ran out of ammunition. The journey through this chaos is more than survival. It is transformation. The narcissist has unknowingly forced you to evolve. By withdrawing your energy, you enter a state of psychological immunity. This is not bitterness or numbness. It is a high-frequency detachment, rising above duality. You stop being a victim or survivor and become the observer. You become an alchemical mirror, reflecting everything without absorbing it. When a monster screams into the mirror, it shows their face. It does not get scared. Their tears, rage, and manipulation no longer touch you. In the past, you absorbed their emotions. Now, you witness them without internalizing them. You see manipulation, gaslighting, and pity plays as mechanical behaviors, not personal attacks. You treat them as a malfunctioning machine. Their insults are just outputs. Their silence is power-saving mode. You no longer seek to fix them, explain yourself, or be understood. Looking for empathy in them is pointless. It is absent. Indifference becomes your ultimate weapon. When you offer nothing, they are forced to confront the void within themselves. Your emotional withdrawal breaks the unconscious contract. The dirtiest final move, the smear campaigns, and the psychological attacks were designed to shatter you. They failed. Instead, you became stronger, sharper, and more awake. You have graduated from the harshest school of psychological awakening. The narcissist remains trapped in their cycle, but you are sovereign. You have turned the lead of trauma into the gold of consciousness. You are free. Their fear was never your leaving. It was that you would see them clearly. Now you do. Standing in your sovereign silence, immune to projections, you hand back the shame that was never yours. You step into the light of your own conscious life. Your defense is built, but your reclamation has only begun. True sovereignty requires one last step: retrieving the energy they stole from you. To understand this, click the video appearing on your screen now. If this video helped you reclaim your power, hit like, subscribe to Healing Mind, and comment the word unbreakable to show you're owning your strength.